Cosmic Rush, a game mode that a lot of players hate because of how difficult it can be if you are not thinking and moving quick enough. Now, Matchmasters says that all games are completely random, but honestly that
sounds like a lot of
Hoopla!
it sounds like a lot of
Hoopla!
sounds like a
Hoopla! Hoopla!
sounds like a bunch of hoopla. If you play Cosmic Rush without any type of game plan, you will most likely lose and probably end up sounding like this guy.
That's crazy, dude.
What
is going on? Oh my gosh, stop cheating me, man. Just stop. Oh my gosh! Stop! Oh my gosh!
the read.
Cheating me the whole game, man.
So let's make a game plan. Unlike any other mode in the game, because you have a short time limit, whenever you play Cosmic Rush, you should have a watch list. A watch list is a list of things that we should look for in a specific order. Let's make one now. We will list 5 things. First, blue pieces inside the bubble. Second, blue pieces outside the bubble. Third, extra moves. Fourth, special pieces. And fifth, regular matches. You must go through these reads as quickly as possible. Time is of the essence. Now that the watch list is done, let's promise ourselves to abide by a few things during the game. We will try to limit every move to 1 second. 2 seconds is not that bad, and 3 seconds is the max. No move should ever take longer than 3 seconds. Now, when we play, of course there will be times when we take longer than 3 seconds, but we should aim for 3 seconds or less every move. No matter the situation, when the clock hits 15 seconds, we will use our checkerboard perk and see how much extra time we can get. I will make sure I highlight every single one of my mistakes, so you can know that even if you committed the same amount of mistakes, winning is still possible. Let's begin. Let's match these 6 to get our booster activation. If you didn't notice, I already made my first small mistake. I already have a booster activation. There is no need to make this move, and I honestly don't know why I did it. But let's carry on. Our first booster activation is the only time when we will get 2 bubbles instead of 1, so it should be extremely easy to get a second booster activation. Okay, let's go through our reads. Number 1 does not check out, but number 2 does. I want you to notice what I just did. I broke protocol, but for good reason. I know that we are supposed to match these blues in the bubble, but instead I matched these reds inside the bubble. The reason I did this because I saw that I had 3 out of 8 for a booster activation. Then I counted 5 blues inside the circle. Although I don't even have to spend a second trying to see if the blues match inside of the bubble, because I know as long as there is 5 blues inside of the bubble, any match inside the bubble will result in me getting 5 blue pieces, so basically both moves would have had the same outcome. Although I did this, I advise you to stick to protocol. Let's continue. The first read doesn't check out, but the second does. If you didn't notice, me matching that yellow bomb just now was a huge mistake. For whatever reason, I thought this was an extra move, but it was not. Not only was it not an extra move, but I could have easily got a booster activation by matching these 3. Now I must use more moves for a booster activation, causing me to lose 5 valuable seconds. Yet another terrible move. There is no need to do this. Again, I could have easily got a booster activation by matching these 3, but this move was nowhere near as bad as the last one. Why? because when I did this mistake, the clock was at 36 seconds. But because of moving quickly, I got my next booster activation at 34 seconds, meaning the mistake only costed me around 2 seconds, which isn't that bad. I was supposed to do my second read and match these blues outside the circle, but I matched these instead. Not really a costly mistake, but we should aim to stick to protocol. No blues inside a bubble, 9 outside of the bubble, no extra moves. So let's do our fourth read and match this special piece, stop. This was by far my worst sequence of the entire game. Watch how many mistakes I am about to make. First of all, I should have went to my fourth read and matched this special piece. That's a mistake. All I have to do is match these blues pieces for a booster activation, but I don't. That's a mistake. Mistake, after mistake, after mistake. That one sequence costed me 13 seconds and the use of a perk for no reason. All I had to do was look up. You can't dwell on things on this. You must never stop moving. Remember in that other post when I talked about how Matchmasters beautifies one move to distract you from the right move that you are supposed to make. This is a prime example. The extra move I did looked so good that I didn't realize I could have booster activation by matching the blues in the bubble. This caused me to use more moves for a booster activation, but because of moving quickly, by the time we get our next booster activation, we only lost 1 second on the clock. Look at this board. This board is a nightmare for any player, no matter their skill level. Not only are there no blue matches, there is only 7 blues on the entire board, and we need 10. This will cause a lot of players to panic and stall. Just keep moving. The moves will fall in place. Don't stop moving until you get a booster activation. Now, although matching anything but these blues outside of the bubble would be breaking protocol, but the game is getting tight. We must keep in the back of our minds that matching yellow pieces inside the bubble is huge at this point of the game. So yes, this move is in fact breaking protocol, but it's still a pretty nice move at this point of the game, although our focus still should be getting booster activations. What move should we do next? You can't hesitate for a single second. As soon as the clock hits 15 seconds, use your checkerboard perk. This is a pretty universal thing, but if you don't know how to do this sequence of moves once you've activated your checkerboard perk, you must learn to give you the max amount of extra time in Cosmic Rush game mode. We went from 13 seconds to 28. Now, we have a little breathing room. The checkerboard perk was like our lifeline. Once we have used it, we have no backup, so we must go into a sort of survival kind of mindset. We know that following protocol, we are supposed to match these blues or these reds for an extra move. But if the first you see is a special piece match like this, just match it, as long as you don't stop moving. At this point of the game, matching blue pieces inside the circle is like hitting the jackpot. You want nothing more than to be able to get a booster activation in one move. If you don't think that you are quick enough, don't do anything like this. Even though I have my booster ready to go, I still like to match lightning pieces whenever I see them. Here, I match the blue pieces sideways instead of with the bomb. Matching the bomb would have been better, but it worked out regardless because this caused me to get blue pieces in the bubble. Again, if you are not quick enough to spot this kind of extra move, just match your blues in the bubble and carry on. Blues outside the circle first, then the extra move. Jackpot. No blues inside a bubble or outside, so let's hit our extra move. Match these, of course. Don't stop moving until you get a booster activation. This was the nail in the coffin. Hitting a jackpot at this point of the game basically seals the win. Thanks for watching, friends, and remember, keep matching.